Day, and we got a great gift for you or your dad, the Wally's Father's Day grill box from Wally's Wine and Spirits, and that's yours in about 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Heads up. Sorry about that.
It is time to judge your friends. If you want to check out Judge Your Friends, we are live streaming right now on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Just look up Mercedes in the Morning. This is where we play this real game. We have actually kind of changed the rules of it, but there's a bunch of cards. We draw one for each and try to determine if the person has done the said scenario on the card. There is always two scenarios, so we just kind of pick the one that sounds the best. So order in the court. Let's get things going here. And first up this week for Judge Your Friends is you, JC.
Oh, I'm first?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You ready, Steph?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's see. What was that noise?
Oh, yeah, just get my drink ready.
Oh, okay.
Getting situated here.
You guys, what drink is in your cup? Huh?
Okay, we got the card for JC. Let's see which one we're gonna go with. All right, JC, will you please rise? Order in the court. You are being accused of going through a stranger's medicine cabinet. Are you guilty or are you not guilty? Going through a stranger's medicine cabinet. Steph, you get to decide first.
I love it too when we first hear our what we have and then see everyone's reaction to them too. Because I feel like that kind of gives me what I think is happening with you, JC.
Mhm.
A stranger's medicine cabinet. Oh, I see kind of the curiosity side of JC. I'm looking at him. I see into your past, and I see you going into a restroom, and you're like, oh, what's in here? And so I totally can see JC sneaking into a stranger's medicine cabinet. So you are guilty to me.
Guilty.
Oh boy.
Okay. I too tried to watch the initial reaction of someone, and I couldn't really tell with you on this one. Like, part of me is saying, yeah, he probably has, but the whole word stranger throws me off. So are you just like at a rando party? You go, like Steph said, to the bathroom and you're like, oh, what do they have in here? Or like, why else would you be in a stranger's bathroom? So that's where I'm a little thrown off. But I'm going to say that with as often as you use the restroom, you're probably on a mission to go use the restroom and you don't have time to look through a medicine cabinet. So I'm going to say not guilty on this one. I don't think you've done that. Now, one of your friends' medicine cabinets, maybe, but I don't know. All right. Will the defendant please rise? JC, you're being accused of going through a stranger's medicine cabinet. Are you guilty or not guilty?
You know, the key word there is stranger. We bring that up. Anytime we stay with Laura's aunt and uncle, Walt and Les, man, her medicine cabinet, it's like a CVS pharmacy inside there. That thing left and right. What does this thing do? What does this pill do? Strangers, I have not. I've never gone through a stranger's medicine cabinet.
Wow.
Never.
If I know you, I might, but not as strangers. No.
I know you. So if I know you and I'm going to your bathroom, beware. I'm going through your medicine cabinet.
No, the only one I actually ever done is Laura's aunt, Aunt Leslie, because you open it up and there's soaps, there's lotions, there's pills, there's everything inside that thing. I'm fascinated by it.
That's they usually, the older, the better stuff they have. The
You
older
do?
they are, the better stuff.
And they have Costco packs of stuff.
Yes, exactly. All right. Okay, JC's down. Steph, you are up next. And let's pick a card. They're a mess here. Let's go with this one. Okay. Will the defendant please rise? Stephanie. Oh, we'll go with this one. Okay. Stephanie, you are being accused of trash talking your boss while at work. Trash talking your boss while at work. Are you guilty or are you not guilty? I gotta go first. Yes, she's done it to me. She told me about the boss and trash talk. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Trash talked. I mean, we all joke around and mess with each other, but like thinking there's 2 or 3 possible bosses that we have that it could be. But honestly, I just, like I said, aside from like joking, I don't think she's trash talked. I don't see you trash talking one of our bosses. I really don't, unless you didn't, I forgot, or you did it with someone else, I'm going to say not guilty on that one. I don't think she's trash talked our boss.
Okay, so then the definition of trash is we have to look at, because we've talked about our direct boss about having to have a meeting, and this meeting goes so long, or he calls you about something, all of a sudden, oh, look, yeah, J-Lo's calling me, and the phone's going off, something's going on. Is that trash talking? That's a nice little pickup on that, Mercedes, because I do think there's complaining and venting, but as far as like, this boss does this, does that.
I hate him.
Yeah, I've never seen that from Steph with anyone. So I'm going to say.
I have, but not a boss.
The key word there is, these keywords are holding things up. The actual trash talking, venting, a little frustration. Yes, she's done it on the air. But as far as trash talking him, no.
Not guilty?
Not guilty, sweet Steph.
All right.
Sweet Steph, you added that, man.
I hope she does. I hope she's guilty. I hope we'll go wrong. All right. Stephanie, please rise. You are being accused of trash talking your boss while at work. Are you guilty or are you not guilty?
There is a technicality on this one that I'm thinking of. And I'm going to have to say guilty.
Oh!
What? I was choked on my drink.
But it's not what you're thinking. I'm thinking of a past boss. No one here have I ever trash talked any of our bosses, but I had a boss at another radio station, and they were the worst. I mean,
they
were the worst, and I would trash talk because they would boss us around, and they were more of a boss and not a leader, if you know what I mean. And I look up to leaders, and they were not a leader. They were just not good at all. They were a horrible boss. So I definitely trash talk them. So on that, I am guilty, but no one here.
At a prior job, I mean, sadly, you were let go during the pandemic. Do you consider Mix 94.1 a prior job?
The time before this time. All right, we got a not guilty. 2 not guilty so far this morning. So let's wrap it up with me. I am going to head to the stand. And, okay. Mercedes, please rise. You are being accused of accepting free drinks from someone and not talking to them. Are you guilty or are you not guilty? Accepting free drinks from someone and then not talking to them. JC, you're up first.
Oh, so you're out. I think you talked about before being out with friends and some guys send drinks over to you. And maybe your friend's engaged and you told them you're married or showed your ring or something. Not talking to them. You're just a kind person. Would you even accept the drinks? This is another question, but you're at the bar, visiting like DJ school. Oh, these drinks were sent over from that gentleman down there. I think you're so kind, you're at least going to say thank you to the person in that kind of conversation. So I'm going to say, what was the question again?
Guilty of accepting free drinks from someone and not talking to them.
Not guilty. You would say something. You would say something to them. At least at minimum. Thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. What's your name? Frank? Nice to meet you, Frank. You would say something to him. Yes, you would.
Okay.
So not guilty.
Not guilty on this. All right, Steph. What about you? I'm being accused of accepting free drinks from someone and not talking to them.
Oh, I think we're thinking of the present Mercedes. Like, oh, she's so kind. She would do that for sure. But I think of like college days Mercedes. And
the not kind version.
There's the Miranda. And she was, she was out with her friends at a bar. Guys send her drinks, and with her and her friends, and they take them and they chug them and they leave. So I'm going to say guilty. I totally
guilty.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, the defendant, please rise. Mercedes, you're being accused of accepting free drinks from someone and not talking to them. Are you guilty or not guilty? How do you plead? I was never sent free drinks from anyone until after I got married. And when that happened, I politely declined the drink. So I am not guilty.
Yes.
Wow.
That was the first time I ever got off. I was like, where were you when I was single? I mean, seriously, I had no money and I would have taken them then, but alas, no.
I'm married.